I demand Burning Crusade Classic. Wait, hold on. That's the wrong event this week. This is the, Nintendo Direct. Okay, sure, we can do this. Hello, YouTube, and YouTube only for this, because this is going to be a little weird. I'm going to get into this right now. I have work in, like, 30 minutes, and this is a 50-minute direct. So we're going to actually take this event, and we're going to bisect it down the middle. We're going to do about the first 20 minutes of this event now, and then when I'm done with work, I'm going to come back and do the remaining 30 minutes. Which is why this is also not on Twitch. I almost said not on YouTube. No, it's very much on YouTube. Actually, this is good for YouTube because I still haven't gone into my VOD from when they did the Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker announcement and cut out my reaction to the trailer for that. This will give me an incentive to actually do that because I'll have to bisect this together too. It'll be great. Alright, let's flip on over here to the TV screen video watching scene. This will be the last you'll see of me, by the way, until we jump to my post-work part. Because, I'm eating still. I have some french fries here and a little bit of a chicken sandwich. So, definitely no cam. You don't want to watch me eat. I don't even want to watch me eat. You kidding? Anyway, while we get ready here... Actually, well, yeah, we'll get into this first. Predictions. I think this is a two-part direct here. I think part one is going to be a more general, typical Nintendo Direct, where, you know... We'll have, I think, a new Mario game that is not Odyssey 2 and not Mario Kart 9, so that should pretty much give you an idea of what I'm thinking it'll be. I think Pikmin 4, and I think that's it for the Nintendo stuff out of that first part of this. The rest of it will just be all third-party stuff I probably won't care about, and an indie sizzle reel. Then they will announce Impa for Smash, and use that to segue into the remaining, I think, probably 20 to 30 minutes, which will be probably all Zelda. It's right on time for their big 35th anniversary thing, so, like, I'm thinking, probably they'll port over the two games from Wii U, TPHD, Wind Waker HD. Probably give us Skyward Sword HD, it's been rumored for a while, and I think they'll give us a nice, juicy look at the new Breath of the Wild sequel. You know, give us its proper name, which will not be Breath of the Wild 2. Give us, maybe a look at gameplay. Make us all really angry because Zelda won't be playable. It will in fact be captured in the first 5 minutes and will be missing for the rest of the game. And also it'll be releasing in 2022. I'm not optimistic. I think maybe there was a world where they were like, yeah, we want this out by the end of 2021 for the big anniversary. I think COVID has put a stake in the heart of that one and they'll just be like, sometime next year. Have fun. I'm gonna have some my chicken sandwich here. I'm gonna try and finish this before the direct while we listen to some wonderfully chill Jolly Roger Bay. I mean, it's chill. It's cool. I'm gonna have some burger quick. Chicken burger. Cool. Alright, some burger has been had. I think wild card wise, I think there's... well, I'm gonna say 2 and maybe it'll end up being 3 because I'll remember another one. At least 2 wild cards here. Pokemon's big anniversary is next week. They have a concert, and if I know Japanese developers as well as I think I do, where there's a concert, there's usually a game announcement. So, probably not here, but... the percentage chance exists. Other big wild card to me okay, yeah, there are 3 wild cards. I remembered my other one. Another big wild card to me is the often rumored but seemingly never appearing Zelda Dungeon Maker. I feel like immediately after the release of Link's Awakening remake, I think that was probably the right time to drop a Zelda Dungeon Maker, and they didn't. So I don't think it's happening, but if there was another good time, it'd be the 35th anniversary, I guess. And then the third one is, as always, updates to Nintendo Switch Online. And or just giving up on that and going back to the VC. I mean, it's been like 3 years now. I think they've just plain abandoned it entirely. But, hey, I'd be excited if they finally gave us N64 on Nintendo Switch Online. Or if they moved into the handhelds. I'm not a huge Game Boy person, but at least it would be something. Alright, more burger. Cool. Alright, more burger has been had. All these little, like, breaks are like little surprise mechanics in here. On which note, I suppose we need to talk about the negative here. I suspect that they will announce at least one, possibly even 2 games that are time-limited releases. You know, because that's Nintendo's new favorite scam tactic. Or, I mean, here's the thing. There will absolutely be one for Zelda. And I really hope it is... Well, I hope it's none of them. I hope it's nothing. But I suspect it will be something, and it will probably be Skyward Sword HD. Maybe TP HD and Wind Waker HD as well. Maybe they'll bundle them all together and do a time limit of the 3 of them. Just to make everybody angry. On a lighter version of that note, though, they could also, you know, tell us that, hey, beginning on April 1st, you can buy all the Mario 3D games for $60 a piece instead of the cheap price of $20 that it was when they were all bundled together. Time limited. Fun. And of course, I expect... I was watching Sly aka... It's Sly aka Gray Fox? It's Sly. If you've ever watched, you know, State of the Realm, you know Sly. He says 15% odds for SMT5 news. I kind of agree. I feel like SMT5 is going to be late this year, if not next year. He also said, there was someone in his chat that mentioned they just want Animal Crossing DLC, and a lot of people do. Even just news on the next update. I take Nintendo out to the woodshed on their lack of long-term support for games, so I don't expect any DLC or any game update news here. It's just going to be all new, because that's Nintendo for you. On that note, let me finish this burger. We only got 3 minutes before this thing starts. I probably won't unmute again until it starts. So you are now safe to jump ahead. Too soon, Executus! Oh god, stop the music. Stop the background music. Okay, thank you. COVID-19 warning. I'm still eating burger. Oh god. The excitement has just hit. Xenoblade Chronicles 2?
One day, Pyra just disappeared.
Sequel? I've never played this, but a lot of people say I should. This may be incentive to play it.
Couldn't find her anywhere.
Good music, but of course, The Xeno series has always had good music.
All rest. Without a trace. Where have you gone? I'll find you. Whatever
Well,
it takes.
we're already off my list of expected things.
This is where you were. Pyra!
Sorry, Rex. I couldn't
I'm
tell you
evil now.
because I got an invitation to join Smash.
Huh?
Oh,
What? I thought I was gonna be in Smash.
Sit back and leave it to me, Rex. Behold the power of the Aegis.
Rex and Pyra, deconfirmed. Pyra alone, confirmed.
Flame Nova. Prominence revolt.
I'm actually kind of sad. I was hoping this was a sequel to Xenoblade 2.
Pretty much owning them, and these are seasoned fighters.
There are no pushovers.
I mean,
Talk about a tight spot. Mithra,
oh, Mithra.
let me.
Story spoilers, by the way, that everybody already knows. My question is that a transformation, or is that just an... Okay, that's just an alt skin.
Mithra!
Cutting it close, huh? Hey, were these guys planning on leaving? Gee, I feel kind of bad now. Coming through! Lightning Guster! Photonic! Ray of Punishment! Chromodust! Foresight!
What? You can even use that?
Oh boy, a character with a counter. Let's be honest, we know Foresight's just a counter.
So you two can swap between each other freely?
Oh! Okay. It is a God, they brought back the old,
Our way!
Quite the spectacle, aren't they?
Wait.
They brought back the old Zelda. I need to turn down the mic a bit, I'm peaking.
Buddy, minded by once a while. Oh, look, our friends are here. And there's
I haven't used OBS for a while, so it might be a little off settings-wise.
You're all mine!
I'll lend you a hand.
Sacred Arrow!
Strike!
Burning!
Sword! Nailed it!
Sure did! Witness our power! Shulk?
Hi, Shulk.
Never expected to see you two again. Well, now that you're in Smash, I won't go easy on you.
Ooh, fighting words. You forget. We're fighters too!
Okay. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, rated teen by the ESRB. The next 15 minutes is just a Sakurai presents on him. Or
I'm
her.
Shinya
I
Takahashi
guess it's her, because
from
it's not
Nintendo.
Rex and Pyra.
Last year, we delivered some news through a series of Nintendo Direct mini presentations.
You guys didn't like
However,
it, so we changed
We
our
haven't
program.
been able to present a Nintendo Direct in this style for some time. I'm happy to share this Nintendo Direct with you all today.
I'm using this dialogue to eat some french fries.
We appreciate your continued support. Okay, what you just saw was the reveal trailer for the newest fighter in the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate game, Pyra and Mithra. They originally appeared in the Xenoblade Chronicles series as Rex's 2-in-1 ally. Please look forward
this
to
means?
seeing their moveset in
This
Super
means that
Smash
even in the
Bros.
case
Ultimate.
of Rex,
This fighter
me
releases in
costumes
March,
do in fact
so we
still
hope you'll stay
deconfirm.
tuned just a bit longer. All right, let's continue.
You know,
with
we
our
just
first batch
took
of
Gino
Nintendo
and just
Switch
we
headlines.
put him in the grave, but people were like, maybe it's not. Hello, my friend. It's finally time for you to no longer be a PlayStation exclusive, huh? I've been haven't played this since my Christmas Eve stream. I need to play this some more before the season ends. I want that penguin costume.
Stumble toward greatness when Fall Guys Ultimate
Just this
Knockout
game
comes
takes
to the Nintendo
so much
Switch
time
system
of my
summer
life.
2021.
And like, I'm still in the eco hole. I'm actually gonna join a new eco server tonight.
You have 22
After I
minutes
do all
before
this.
the solar system is destroyed.
Oh my god, no, it's not. Wow, it actually does look.
Venture into the vast reaches of space to uncover the secrets left
Kinda
behind
eco-y.
by an ancient civilization. You have 22 minutes. After that, the sun will explode and the solar system will be annihilated. However,
Interesting.
everything will reset, allowing you to continue exploring while retaining information you gathered.
Don't know if I like that.
By repeating these cycles, you'll gradually unravel the mysteries hidden in the universe.
I mean, 22 minutes is a great time size for a Switch
What
game,
messages
though.
will you discover? How can you prevent the sun from exploding? Why is the solar system trapped in an endless time loop? Find out when the critically
I mean, it came out
acclaimed
last
Outer
year,
Wilds
so it
launches
doesn't
on
count.
Nintendo
Time
Switch
loops were a
summer
2020 trend.
2021.
We're not doing it again this year.
Put your sleuthing skills to the test in two classic murder mystery games. Famicom Detective Club, The Missing Heir, and Famicom Detective Club, The Girl Who Stands Behind. Two deep cuts from Nintendo history are coming to North America for the first time.
Very deep, if they were from the
Localized in English and
Famicom.
modernized for the Nintendo Switch system. Suspense, drama, and twists and turns await at every corner. You'll be on the edge of your seat as you dive into these deep narratives set in Japan. In one game, you'll solve a complex murder case surrounding a wealthy family in a haunted village while dealing with amnesia. But that's not the only case to crack.
Never really realized there was such a genre of, like, detective video games. Like not the Phoenix Wright kind, like literally like you're the detective.
In the other game, you'll investigate a supernatural rumor
There's,
after a mysterious
there was
death to
one
free
that was,
students from a sinister nightmare.
Visual novel. I
Interrogate
just know the
suspects and
dog
hunt for
is in
clues to
it.
piece together these
The-
chilling
like the dog
conundrums.
is the actual criminal all along or
Can
something
you figure out
ridiculous
who
like
the
that.
culprit is before it's too late?
And there's Hotel Dusk is another one I remember. I watched I Ate Your Pie play that.
Uncover the deadly truth in Famicom Detective Club: The Missing Heir and Famicom Detective Club:
Seems cool.
The Girl Who Stands
I'd
Behind.
watch someone stream it,
Coming
don't
to
know if I'd
Nintendo
play it
Switch
myself.
May 14th. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop. A new age of battles begins.
Is this Bakugan? No, this is Koei Tecmo, isn't it? That franchise whose name I forget off the top of my head. Oh! No, it's Nobunaga's Ambition? Haven't seen anything from this since they did the Pokemon version of this. Oh, it's Samurai Warriors, okay. Didn't they, isn't that a fighting game and they literally just had an entry last year?
The latest entry.
Because
in the Samurai
everyone was
Warriors
mad
franchise
about,
is
like,
coming to Nintendo Switch.
No,
Dive
no,
into the
no.
history of the Sengoku period as the series now shines.
It's
a spotlight
Warriors.
on
I don't need to
Nobunaga
overthink
Oda.
this. It's Koei Tecmo, it's
Attention.
Warriors, it's a beat 'em up.
Character designs and visuals have been revamped for this installment.
My first assumption was right that it was Koei Tecmo.
Electrifying 1 versus 1,000 battles.
Aren't these normally set in China
Samurai
though?
Warriors 5.
I mean, that's why this is Samurai
Nintendo
Warriors,
Switch,
not
Summer
Dynasty
2021.
Warriors. That's the name I'm thinking of. Dynasty Warriors is the one set in
The vast world of Fadiel beckons.
Fadio?
After 20 long years,
No, that's
Legend of
Vana'diel.
Mana, featuring remastered HD graphics, is coming to Nintendo Switch.
I was thinking of Final Fantasy XI, Vana'diel.
You'll set off on a journey to find the mystical mana tree seen in a dream. Before discovering the world map is empty. During your travels, you'll acquire special items called artifacts. Place them on the map to bring towns, dungeons, and other lands to life. It's up to you
This
on
was a
when and
remake,
where to
right?
place artifacts, as well as how
I
to
didn't know
advance
this was how the
story.
Mana series played.
Join forces with characters, each on their own personal quests. Square off against fearsome monsters. Or take a
Oh,
break
the
from
snowman was a
adventure
character.
and rest up at home.
In disguise. I thought
The
they were
music has been
actually just a
rearranged for
snowman.
this enhanced version, and you can alternate between the new arrangement and the original soundtrack. Other features
Neat.
have been added, including the ability to turn off enemy encounters, as well as the new minigame Ring Ring Land. Legend of Mana.
Legend of
will launch
Mana.
on
Which
Nintendo
one was
Switch
that one? I know
June
Trials is
24th.
the third one. Monster Hunter? That's a Rathalos. This is Monster Hunter Arise. I'm sorry, Monster Hunter Rise. Rise is a... I've been watching Happy do Baja again in FF14. So I hear a lot of talk about Arise. I've never played Monster Hunter, honestly. Seems cool. Yeah, that's Rise. That is Rise, alright. I've mostly just always been concerned that this is less like open world, more like
Elder, I have important news.
Dark Souls.
So it's finally beginning.
Go assemble the villagers. 50 years ago, Kamura village was attacked by the Rampage and Magnum Malo. And we suffered some devastating casualties.
How can we fight against that?
Our hunter's about to face the biggest challenge yet!
It's required by law that every village may only have one hunter, for they are too dangerous to have multiple.
Pull yourselves together!
You're not getting in!
Let's go, everyone!
Go rampage somewhere else!
You listen to me now!
Oh, that's cool.
Here it comes! Watch out for the apex! Do not let it pass!
That's a boss.
How long do you think it's going to last?
About 40 to 100 hours, depending on how many side quests the hunter does.
We should start preparations right away. We're here to offer assistance. We must stop the calamity!
What? That's French fry, by the way. We're gonna pull this off. Neat looking controller.
That was the latest trailer for Monster Hunter Rise from Capcom.
Alright, depending on how long this
heroes
is, this
fare
might be the
against these
last
ferocious
game here
monsters?
before we take our,
Stay tuned for the
well, for you
latest
guys it'll be like 10
installment
seconds.
in
For
the
me it'll be
Monster
like
Hunter
5
series,
hours.
launching March 26th. Next, please take a look at this.
Alright, it's just a generic intro. Boom! I nailed it! I said new Mario game that would not be Odyssey or Mario Kart. I said on my Twitter, it's gonna either be a new Super Mario Bros. Game or it's gonna be a sports game. Nailed it.
Then swing.
Mario Golf is still my favorite Mario sports game though.
Enjoy golfing with familiar Mushroom Kingdom characters.
I would actually
on
pick this
courses
up if it's got
filled
like,
with lush,
if it's
natural
actually a
scenery.
robust game, I'll pick it up. If it's like tennis was, or it was like,
Use
once the
features on
online
the
dies,
greens
this game
like
ain't worth a
shot
penny.
gauge To see how your
Then
shot
no.
curve due to slopes. And a scan that lets you examine a course's terrain.
Please no stupid gimmicks.
These
Just please no,
features can help
just
you
some
ace
raw,
your
good
shots.
golf gameplay. No like, you use
In
a Mega
addition,
Mushroom
button
and can get
controls,
hole in
you
one.
can also
Oh boy.
use motion controls
Okay,
by
also.
holding a Joy-Con controller like a golf club.
I'd try
Then
it.
Swing the controller to have your character swing in the game.
I'd probably
letting
have to do
you
a lot
easily
of
enjoy
practice
the
to learn the
sensation
speeds on
of
that,
golf.
but I could do that.
On top of all that, there are several modes with new elements that truly bring the heat to Mario Golf.
Remember when I
including
said
this
no
one,
stupid
Speed
gimmicks?
Golf. Here Dour, it's always your turn. Everyone tees off at the same time, then you'll race through the course to reach your ball. Give it another whack to get it closer to the hole, then keep going. Outpace your opponents to come out on top. Your golfing skills aren't the only things at play. Make use of dashes and special shots to beat the competition.
Remember when I said no stupid gimmicks?
Did we mention story mode? As a me character, you'll start
I mean,
out as a
story
rookie
mode is
and develop
actually
your
kind of a
golfing skills
tradition here. I have
interacting
the,
with various Mushroom Kingdom
I think it was the Game Boy
characters.
Color
Level up
game
with
that has a
experience
story
points earned
mode.
during
It's somewhere
matches.
around here.
Then allocate points to different stats, allowing you to develop your character however you'd like. You can also use your me in versus play.
Your me,
Put
named
your golfing
Mia.
skills to the test when Mario Golf Super Rush swings onto Nintendo
I
Switch
get it.
June 25th. Pre-orders
Assuming it's
begin
not
on
$60,
Nintendo
which I
eShop
expected to be
after this
$60, but I'd get it on a like a $40 price cut. Not 40
The
off, but
latest
like
game
down
in
to
the Mario
40.
Golf series adds new gameplay for multiplayer modes, as well as the familiar golf gameplay with easy-to-learn controls.
I hope it's not
Look
like...
forward to this game on Nintendo Switch.
It sounds like that's just a mode, and I
Let's
hope
move
it's
on to
just a
Nintendo
mode
Switch
and not...
headlines.
The only online focus is this.
Check out these games coming to Nintendo
Do I stop
Switch.
now? I'm gonna risk it for the
Return to
biscuit.
The unforgiving world of Pandora in Tales from the Borderlands. Play as the
I'm gonna risk it for the
Hyperion
biscuit
lackey
and say
Reese,
this doesn't take like
quick-witted
more than
con
5
artist
minutes.
Fiona as you set out to recover a mountain of cash. Set between Borderlands 2 and 3, this game includes all 5 episodes, filled with classic Borderlands humor. Gangsters, bandit lords, and vault hunters.
Was
are
this an
just a
FPS?
handful
I
of
thought
the
this was
obstacles
a,
you'll encounter in this choice-driven narrative adventure.
Yeah, a
Embark
visual
on a wild
novel
ride
type
when
game
Tales
from,
the Borderlands launches on Nintendo
Oh,
Switch,
what was the
March
company's
24th.
name? They did all the visual novels.
32
and
of Capcom's
Americanized
most beloved
stuff.
arcade classics are coming
Like
to
the
Nintendo Switch.
Werewolf one
Rewind
and the
gameplay,
Walking
adjust
Telltale.
game speed or difficulty, and select from a variety of display options to relive that sweet arcade goodness.
Remember when I,
Get
I
1943,
don't know
The
if I
Battle
said
of
this on
Midway
here
for
on
free.
Twitter, but remember
Then
when I
purchase
said, you
game
know,
packs or the
third-party
standalone Ghosts
ports.
and Goblins add-on to build your collection. Local co-op play is also available. Scratch
So
that
far, we're only
nostalgic
having
itch when
third-party
Capcom
ports.
Arcade
Nothing
Stadium
new.
launches later today. Brains. As a zombie, you just can't get enough of them. In this
Well, I
action
thought
game
this
from
was The
Aspyr,
Sims, so I'm
you'll
immediately
build your zombie
disappointed.
horde and take revenge on the city by turning humans into your undead allies. Replenish your bodily arsenal of sputum head, gut grenades, and more during your grisly mission. This city ain't no match for a dead man. Stubbs the zombie in Rebel Without a Pulse eats its way onto Nintendo
It's an
Switch.
interesting idea. It looks terrible,
Today on Nintendo
but it's an
eShop.
interesting idea. That could have definitely used more money.
It's Travis
Or just
Touchdown
an
versus
actual,
Assassins.
you know, budget.
Wait, aliens? Aliens have invaded Earth.
Deja Vu Dark Mist went live. Oh boy, how exciting.
Anyway, after annihilating an entire city, the aliens have taken over and now host an intergalactic superhero ranking tournament to decide Earth's fate. Here we go. As the crass beam katana wielding assassin,
I saw that
Travis
glove, by the
Touchdown,
way, with the Joy-Cons
will you
on it.
fight your way to the top to save the world. Hey, not so fast. To enter each boss fight, you'll have to do some odd jobs around town and earn enough to pay off the entry fee. You'll then face off against a slew of unusual opponents. Most of them aliens.
Okay, that's
crazy
cool.
Tricks up their sleeves. Study their tactics carefully to gain the upper hand in combat. With a new and
I think I'm
improved
hearing the
death
sound
glove,
that says this is
you'll
the
have
last
access
game
to a
before we
variety
take
of
our little
deadly
break
skills
here.
that can be customized and upgraded before each match. The fate of the world is at stake. So get ready to kick some, whatever aliens have that you can kick. Anyway, it'll all make sense when No More Heroes 3 lands on Earth.
Makes sense to me.
Or,
Seems
you know,
cool.
Nintendo Switch, August 27th.
Alright, we're not even gonna see what the next thing is. Honestly, that game seemed cool. I'd hit that game up. I haven't played the other ones, but the odd jobs get money to do entrance fees thing seems really cool. Anyway, like I said at the top here, if you skip through the opening and just went to the start of the direct, I have work now in about 20 minutes, so I gotta go get ready for that. I will be back, for me anyway, in about 5 hours to do the remainder of this direct. For you guys, it'll be about 15 seconds, give or take a bit. So, see you then. A boop. Well, here we are again, because I apparently had to restart to fix my audio as being buggy. It has been about 5 hours on the mark, and I am back from work here to continue where we left off. For you guys, it's been probably about 12 seconds, if I had to guess. So, let's just recap where we were, huh? Things started out with a big old bait and switch, teasing us that a new Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sequel where, you know, Pyra's gone missing and Rex has to go find her, and then it's all a big bait and switch because it turns out she's just in Smash. And to me, that sets the bar for where we're at right here with this Direct. Is, as far as I'm thinking of it, they now need to find something that matches the level of bigness, both in hype and in just general game bigness, that would have been a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sequel. If they do it, Direct to success. If they don't, resounding failure. So, with that said, let's get back to it right away. Huh? It's already going to be a long enough video as it is. Oh yeah, one more thing, by the way. Just a disclaimer, I did see one tweet from Twitch that said something to the effect of, do we have enough bells for that? Which makes me think they're going to announce some Animal Crossing updates very soon.
Exterminate demons in heaven?
Annapurna.
Above, so below. Why do they need assassins in heaven? To do someone's dirty work.
So, oh. Okay. We're just getting right into the weird here, huh? I don't get a reprieve for having taken a 5-hour break, huh? We're just going right into, like, demon slaying card game.
It's kill or be killed. You won't last long if you can't rely on yourself.
With visual novel elements. Cool. Look, guys, it's SMT5.
God's judgment has nothing to do with it.
Annapurna's done something recently.
Uncover Heaven's Mysteries in Neon White, coming to Nintendo Switch, winter 2021.
This is okay. It's a license. Maybe Annapurna just does licensing.
DC superhero girls are here to save the day.
Hi everyone.
We're gonna munch on some Lifesavers berry.
AKA Batgirl. I'm always inventing new gadgets to fight crime, like my batarangs and Bathook. This is Supergirl. She's
So
super
hey,
strong. And
Cartoon
has
Network
vision.
announced that Infinity Train isn't canceled today. That's cool.
And let's not forget Wonder Woman, an Amazonian
You know,
warrior who wields the lasso.
Despite the fact that we had leaks that indicated it might have been canceled. Thankfully, it sounds like it's not canceled, just having its last season, which at least they'll get to go out on their own
We
terms.
also have our school lives, and trust me, there's never a dull
And, you know,
moment at
Cartoon
Metropolis
Network isn't
High
going
School.
100% preschool programming.
Sometimes it'd be nice to get out of class and do some shopping
Which seems like it
downtown
might
with
not be
my
relevant
besties.
to this game that no one really cares about.
Photos to share
But
on
this is a
Instagram
Cartoon Network
posts
show, I
already.
do believe.
Hey, I got a comment already. Nice. Ooh, and I definitely want to hit up Sweet Justice later.
I've run out of ways to vamp over
Something
this.
really bad is threatening the city. No one could have seen it coming, but when justice calls, you can count on us to answer no matter what. We've just got to make sure no one figures out our secret identities.
So,
DC superhero girls, Teen Power, heroically sourced onto Nintendo
it's
Switch.
DC
June 4th.
Persona.
Ready the juice cannons and prepare for battle.
That's a mushroom. Plants vs. Zombies? This is Plants vs. Zombies. Oh, it's the PVS FPS that they dropped like what? Several years ago? We are truly in the third-party port part of the show. This is so Overwatch, I can tell the year it came out in. Probably talking 2017, 2018. God, PopCap. I remember when they were the gold standard for mobile games.
Who will join you in your adventure? Hint, anyone can. Band together on a quest to face evil and save faces.
I sure
Miitopia is coming to Nintendo
didn't
Switch.
expect to see this ever again in my life.
Cast Mii characters in various roles across the kingdom.
Miitopia.
Turn your favorite people into your allies.
And not
or
even,
make someone
I guess,
the nefarious Dark Lord.
an old one? Or a new one? It's
Makeup
literally
has been
the
added
old
as
one?
a new feature in this game. Glam up your Miis and get them ready for adventure. There's also a new wig feature, letting you go wild with your Mii creations and make them even more fabulous.
Hey, could we get this for Smash?
In the world of Miitopia, relationships are key. So consider spending some quality time with allies to strengthen bonds. This can give you an advantage during battle. If your relationship's sour, though, things might take a turn for the worse.
Okay, that's cool.
Whoa! You can have a horse as an ally?
It's
That
a
sounds
horse.
pretty darn good. Care for it, and it'll lend a hand, or poof, in battle.
Cool.
Venture with friends and familiar faces. In
If
the
it wasn't for the
lighthearted
Mii
world of
aspect, this
Miitopia,
would probably be
coming to
pretty
Nintendo
cool.
Switch, May 21st. Pre-orders begin today on Nintendo eShop.
So is that port or a new game? I don't know.
Super Mario themed items. are
Okay,
coming
here's
to
where
your
the bell
island.
thing, the bell tweet from Twitch comes into play at.
Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary themed items are coming to the
Hi,
Animal
Ouija.
Crossing New Horizons game. Familiar items
Oh,
like
that's
the
cool.
Super Mushroom and the Question Block can be ordered in-game as furniture items. So place them however and
Interesting.
wherever you'd like. You can also place 2 warp pipes.
Oh, they connect. Fast travel. Yup.
Then use them to travel between locations on your island. Hey, why not try
No, it's not.
recreating the
I mean,
Mushroom
the original
Kingdom?
Animal Crossing. I was trying to remember what it was. I had a Mario item from the original Animal Crossing.
A free update for the
It was the
game
Bullet
launches
Bill
February
Blaster.
25th. After downloading it, Super Mario Bros. Items will be available via
And
Nook
here's where the
Shopping
bell
starting
tweet
March
is, right
1st.
here.
Keep an eye on the official Animal Crossing Twitter account for the
That's
latest
only through
information.
March 31st. Really, Nintendo? Even in Animal Crossing, you're doing it?
We hope you continue enjoying life on your island.
That was it?
How was
I'm
that?
a little disappointed.
These collaboration items will be released as part of the Super Mario Bros. 35th
Alright, he's back, which
anniversary
means it's time
events.
for us to get into the
Please
real
wait
meat
a
of this
bit
thing.
longer for their release.
Probably Zelda 35
Speaking of
content
which,
time.
Last week, we had the global launch for the Super Mario 3D
Watched
World
MC
plus
play Bowser's
Bowser's
Fury. That
game.
actually seems really cool, and I
We
wish
hope
they'd
you
make a
enjoyed
whole
that
game
Mario
out of the
adventure
concept.
as well.
Like, make it like
Next,
4 to
we
5
have
times
another
bigger.
game to show you.
Zelda. Fire Emblem? Question mark? Well, it's definitely not Fire Emblem, unless they're doing the 3-way split again.
He leaves us no recourse. Swords!
Oh, is this another Octopath?
S. Frost will answer for its crimes today.
It's the art style of Octopath.
Raised earth and burnt corpses.
You and no other must decide how we proceed.
You
To
are a
the
leader
end.
and must be the beacon others look to when the night is darkest.
Together with these fields, today you burn.
It's a Dragoon!
I promise to do all in my power to see us through this safely, every last one of us.
Project Triangle strategy.
Far, far away lies the
You know what's gonna
continent
happen,
of
by the
New
way, is this is gonna release and it's gonna be
comprised of
literally
3
called
nations and limited
Triangle
deposits of salt
Strategy.
and iron. The constant feuds among the nations over these precious resources eventually
It's the same thing as with
ignited a
Octopath.
great
It was
conflict
Project Octopath
known
Traveler,
as
then
the
they just, you know...
Salt-Iron War.
Yeah,
Though
it's
the
just Octopath
hostilities
Traveler.
ceased with an uneasy truce,
This
decades
company out of
later,
Square
the
Enix is
flames
clearly
of
not
war
creative with their
threatened to
names.
engulf the realm once again.
You are all that remains.
Caught in a tangled, fiery web of plots and conspiracies, a brave group from
neat
Glenwood
idea.
fights to save their kingdom from the
I wanna
powers
see
that
more.
would orchestrate their downfall.
Our benefit, you say?
I know a lot of folks said Octopath is actually really cool.
In this new tactical RPG, battles take place on terrain with different elevations. A character's attack range is determined by their location.
Oh, amazing, they
and
made
their equipped
hills,
weapons.
unlike, you know,
The range can be
a certain
extended by
franchise that has
attacking
way
from
too many
higher
Smash
ground with
representatives.
long-range weapons, such as bows and arrows. Thus, your forces can use the terrain and other elements to gain the upper hand. An enemy outflanked is susceptible not only to your initial attack, but also a powerful blow from the ally positioned behind the enemy.
What have we here?
Oh, that's cool. It's very Fire Emblem.
Charge into an enemy to
Unlike
send them
Octopath,
flying
this
into
is
position
very
for a
Fire
follow-up
Emblem.
attack. We win. Link attacks together by first casting ice magic on the flames to create water terrain. Then electrify the area with lightning magic. It is of
The animations
utmost
for the spells,
importance
though,
to
and the
survey
attacks and
battlefield.
everything, this is very clear that the same team that did Octopath. It's Octo Emblem. I'm sure I'm totally the first person to think of that.
Throughout the story, you will be faced with making important decisions in a variety of situations. Utility, morality, liberty. Collectively, your decisions will establish your conviction, affecting how the story unfolds and who will join your cause.
Note that this franchise does not establish 3 branching paths that your version of the game determines or anything like that, unlike a certain franchise with far too many Smash representatives.
The fates of nations are settled by vote on the scales of conviction. Use information you've gathered to sway allies toward your favored cause. The story will significantly change based on how the votes are cast.
So they refuse to relinquish him to us.
Lies!
It's
His hand was
ego!
forced.
As more and more critical decisions are made, your journey may take you down paths divergent from those of other players.
You will see what true might is.
Amazing! Replay bonuses.
Project Triangle Strategy.
Just take the triangle off, take the working title off. It's They've already trademarked it even. It's Triangle Strategy. You don't fool me, Square
In the
Enix.
future. After this presentation, a demo version of this game will be available to download.
Yeah,
on
a demo
Nintendo
for a
eShop.
working
And in the
title.
future, we'll conduct a survey to gather player feedback. We look forward to hearing your responses on the demo.
Please look forward to future updates on this brand new tactical RPG.
I'm gonna turn the mic up a
from
bit so I'm being a
Square
little bit
Enix.
quieter because it's night.
Okay,
And
let's
watch
see
this
a few
bite
more
me in the
Nintendo
butt in a
Switch
moment.
headlines.
Ooh, more. Okay.
Calling all hunters. Do you have what it takes?
That's Star Wars. I'm not gonna be excited. I refuse to be excited. I refuse to believe what I am about to see. That told us
Star Wars
nothing!
Hunters is a competitive, free-to-play online game set between episodes 6 and 7. Clash in this third-person shooter coming to Nintendo Switch in 2021.
It's a battle royale!
Alright, let's do this.
Do I look at you or the camera?
Knockout City interviews, take 1.
We all play for different reasons.
Korgan loved battle. Korgan used many weapons.
Look, it's a ripoff of Warcraft orcs. By the way, I'm not going to be doing a thing for the BlizzCon Online keynote, but I really want Burning Crusade Classic.
Waiting for a hero.
My line of work, bullets are constantly whizzing past you.
Flaming longsword, blade of doom.
Just once. Just once, I'd like
This
to
is an
catch one.
advertisement, by the way. This isn't a game. This is an advertisement.
I'm gonna lead my team to victory and kick some serious ass!
Okay, that was funny.
It's simple.
Gorgon want new weapon.
In Knockout City, I'm like a kung fu master. I can catch bullets.
Oh, it is a game. Oh, I'm actually vaguely impressed with EA today. They actually brought a game instead of an advertisement.
Roger that, princess. Here.
Let's find out what sound your face makes!
Is this Dodgeball? Am I watching a Will Smith movie? No, not Will Smith. Oh, who's the guy? The comedian that's in everything and was in the dub. Will Ferrell. I'm just assuming Will Ferrell was in Dodgeball.
Can't believe we're losing to a bunch of dairy farmers. Okay, team. They may have won the battle, but not the war.
Hey, can we redesign our
Who are these characters, though? Why is... What is the idea behind this?
Not a bloody fashion show!
Pass to me! What? Interview's over? Oh, come on, man, one more game!
I mean, the idea seems cool.
The fight for survival starts now.
Hang on tight, because you're all going to play a little game of fate for me.
From the creators of the Danganronpa and Zero Escape series.
I was gonna
comes the
say,
fight
that
for your
looks
life.
very
Literally
Danganronpa.
Disoriented and trapped in an underwater theme park, the 12 of you, known as the Go-Getters Club, must now survive this game of fate at all costs.
That character is very Danganronpa.
The game is canceled!
The game is suddenly called off. You escape the theme park and get a glimpse of Japan, but everyone's vanished. Set off on a captivating journey across the country that blends side-scrolling action.
Well,
with
here I just
suspenseful
assumed it was
narrative.
going to be like Danganronpa and a murder game. That's a very nice, that's a nice bait and switch on NIS's part. They're like, look, it's Danganronpa again. Just kidding, Danganronpa ends 5 minutes in and everything's gone to
The battle
hell.
for survival begins in World's End Club, venturing onto Nintendo Switch, May 28th.
That's kind of cool. I'd consider that one. Probably just end up watching someone play it.
With the physical release of Hades.
Oh, that's cool.
Hades, the critically acclaimed dungeon crawler and recipient
I'm gonna get a
of
lot of hate for
Game
this
of the Year
probably.
awards.
But I have
Getting
not
a
played
physical
Hades
release
yet.
on Nintendo Switch.
A lot of people are like, this game is really good, you need to play it.
assist you on your
And
journey
I've just
out of the
never
underworld.
found the time or the
first is a
wherewithal
PC
to buy the
download code
game.
For the Hades original soundtrack.
I'm too into eco
It's
right
packed
now.
with 2.5 hours of
Maybe in
blood-pumping
another
music
couple of years or
composed by
something, I'll
Darren
end up
Korb,
getting around to
known for
Hades.
his work on previous Supergiant titles like Transistor and Bastion.
Oh
The
yeah, that's
second
right.
is
This
a
is
32-page
Supergiant. I
full
forgot
color
about
character
that.
Compendium featuring portraits of
This
the
game
game's
stands on its own
vibrant
feet.
cast
It's
of
not
gods,
like
ghosts,
from the
and
creators
monsters,
of
all by Supergiant's
Bastion.
art director,
Like,
Gen
you know,
Z.
Transistor.
And let's not forget the game itself, offering dozens of hours of exhilarating action paired with a compelling story. Escape the underworld again, or for the first time, with the physical version of Hades.
Or for the
on March
19th time.
3 deadly action games,
Oh?
1 masterful collection.
I know that character.
Ninja Gaiden
Oh!
Sigma
This isn't the original
Ninja Gaiden
ones. This is
Sigma
the
2.
new ones.
and Ninja Gaiden
Well,
3
newish.
Razor's Edge are coming to Nintendo Switch as the action-packed Ninja Gaiden Master Collection.
It's not the old 2D Ninja Gaiden, it's the 3D ones.
You are the legendary ninja Ryu Hayabusa, fighting against a great evil with battle skills that are second to none. Wield an arsenal of killer weapons, each offering a playstyle with different set of
God,
lethal
I remember.
skills, along
I don't
with
think it was
ruthless
Sigma. I think it was
ninjutsu
like
to swiftly
the
take
original
down
3D
enemies.
Ninja Gaidens. That takes me back to the G4 Tech
Quickly gauge
TV
your
era,
opponent's
though.
movements while unleashing fast and frenzied combos.
Those were good times for
Team
gaming.
up with other super ninjas in your quest to fulfill your destiny. All previous downloadable content, including costumes and game modes, are
Okay, yeah, DLC. This is newer than the G4 era.
Revel in the intensity of Ninja Gaiden in one dynamic collection. Ninja Gaiden Master Collection slices its way onto Nintendo Switch summer 2021.
Koei Tecmo owns Ninja Gaiden? News to me.
More battles are coming to Hyrule
Give me
Warriors
Playable
Age
Pura.
of Calamity.
Give me playable Pura. I will buy this game when you give me that. Give me the best character made for this game that you didn't let me play as. I think that's a yes on that one. I think that's an I'm finally buying this game. Well, I missed what all that was. But they're on the poster, so I have hope.
More coming to Nintendo
More hope
Switch.
than I had when that trailer started.
Bravely Default 2 is almost here. 4 Heroes of Light will soon embark on a journey to restore the crystals.
I like that Square Enix has gotten back to using, you know, Hero of Light, Warrior of Light, those kinds of terminologies again. Oh, and that's where everything went sideways. Let's go back to here. Let's actually read this. Wait for it. Okay. Purchase bonus available on May 28th is new weapon and costume for Link. Wave 1 in June will be an expanded roster. Newly added weapon types, new challenge in the Ancient Lab, new enemies. Wave 2 will be character vignettes, stages, more characters, and new battle skills for existing characters. Okay, you've hooked me. You've hooked me, Nintendo. I wasn't considering it, but now maybe I will. Alright, back to what we were doing now that it shouldn't stop and restart.
There's even more coming to Nintendo Switch.
And as I was saying, you know, it's nice we're using the of Light stuff again. Here. And I, for one, blame FF14 and Yoshi P for that.
Use the job system to develop your characters and master the Brave and Default commands to emerge victorious in turn-based battles. Veterans and newcomers to the series can enjoy this brand new story
really
on
well
February
polished
26th.
of a battle system compared to the mess it was
Bravely
apparently in Bravely Second.
The game can be pre-ordered on Nintendo eShop. An updated demo is also available. The latest installment in the legendary Ghosts and Goblins series comes to life.
I can't believe they brought this back, and I know the exact person who probably helped bring it back, and I hate that I know that, because it was from some very odd art.
Play is also available for the first time. Help Arthur in his quest with one of 3 supporting characters. Barry for defense, Carrie for transportation,
Not lifesavers gummies, everybody.
Bridges. Ghosts and Goblins Resurrection launches February 25th.
This is the food direct. I just constantly am eating food while watching it. Because of that weird time jump, I went from eating my supper to eating my post-work snack.
8 captivating journeys. Saga Frontier has been remastered for Nintendo Switch. Travel through a stunning sci-fi world with any of the protagonists, each with their own stories. With the addition of the playable protagonist Fuse, new gameplay features, exhilarating
This isn't the Saga that's based in the FF12 world, right?
Saga Frontier Remastered is an adventure not to be missed. The game launches April 15th.
That would be weird.
Apex Legends is storming onto the Nintendo Switch system. This free-to-play battle royale.
If I had my camera on, I'd be taking a nap on it right now. It's time for the battle royale segment.
Play and more. All players on Nintendo Switch can get an all-new legendary Pathfinder skin. And 30
this
free
is so
levels
dumb now that, you know, Fall Guys has been announced for Switch.
For the first 2 weeks after launch, earn double
it's like, yeah,
XP
you could
when
play
play
this, or you could play Fall Guys.
Fight for fortune, fame, and glory when Apex
Fall Guys, you get to have fun.
March 9th.
This game, you just get mad.
How's it going?
All right, here we go. It's finally Zelda time. I feel it in my
to show you
in my
today's Nintendo Direct. So we hope you'll stick
my
with
guzzard. Let's go with that.
Next, please take a look at this.
Here it is, everybody.
I'm AG Aonuma,
it's
producer
time.
of the Legend of Zelda series.
I'm gonna turn this down right now.
I'm sure a lot of you saw me
Turn
and
down
thought
the
there
mic.
might be news about the sequel to the Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild game. Unfortunately, we don't have anything to share right now.
Okay, thank you for at least being upfront.
Development
I can
is
appreciate
proceeding
the
smoothly,
honesty.
and we should be able to bring you some new information this year.
Okay, I
For now,
really
we'll have
appreciate
to
the
ask you to
honesty and
wait just a bit
upfrontness
longer.
about that. But now, what are you here
While
for?
you're all waiting, however, this Legend of Zelda game will be coming to Nintendo Switch. Please take a look.
Skyward Sword HD. Yup. I mean, I appreciate the honesty. And he did bring us this at least. He brought us this and he said up front, we'll talk about Breath of the Wild sequel later this year. Like I said at the top, I honestly was like, maybe there was a world where they wanted Breath of the Wild sequel out in 2021, but I think COVID just put a knife in the back of that, and it's probably a 2022 title. I would say maybe even holiday 2022. I used to speedrun this game, by the way, back, you know, before it became like, do 5,000 things in bits, skip half the game. I played it when it was like a 6-hour game. And I kind of wonder, are they going to still have bit? Because it's just kind of baked into the way the game's structured. Like, all the games on that engine have bit. For those who don't know, bit being back in time, it's a way to gain control of Link on the title screen. It's not extremely useful for most games on this engine, which is Wind Waker and Twilight Princess, the originals. But,
the controls here are smoother and even more intuitive.
Yeah, they're gyro
We've
controls.
recreated the controls.
Bit on Skyward Sword, though, you can actually, like, change game settings. Like, you can set progress flags.
In your right hand is the sword. Swing it to have Link swing his sword in the game.
Like,
the Joy-Con controller
cut this grass. Congratulations, the game now thinks you've beaten this dungeon. That kind of stuff.
To block enemy attacks.
Anyway, yeah, it's gyro controls.
You can perform other actions like using both controllers to wield.
We knew it was coming, and it was going to be gyro. This was leaked back, I think, last E3. Well, when E3 would have been last
also
year.
Made it possible to play the game with button controls to ensure it can be played in handheld mode or on the Nintendo Switch Lite system.
How does
After
that work?
mulling over how to assign different gameplay elements to different buttons, we decided
Side stick,
to
I'm
apply
guessing?
sword motions to tilting the right control stick.
Yeah, I was going to say that there was no second stick on the Wii, so that's the easy choice.
Tilt the stick down when you want to swing the sword downward. To swing to the right, to the left, or diagonally.
Diagonals.
Just tilt the stick in the respective
Verticals. I just literally did the hand motion, even though my cam is off. Stab is probably
Here's something
click.
else we've been working on. Specially designed Joy-Con controllers. The right Joy-Con controller is themed after the Master Sword, while the left features...
The more I look at it, the more I love it.
The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, as the game depicting the earliest story in the Legend of Zelda timeline,
I do wish they would
details
let
the
you
events
pick the
behind
hands,
creation
because
of
I'm
the Master Sword
left-handed. This
itself.
game's gonna suck for me.
We hope that people who played the original game on Wii, and those playing it for the first time, will enjoy discovering the origins of the Legend of Zelda.
I will absolutely get this. Plain and simple.
The Legend
July
of Zelda
16th.
Sword
I may not
HD
stream it, but I will
launches
absolutely
July
get it.
Following this Nintendo Direct, you'll be able to pre-order the game on Nintendo eShop.
Do you get
And
anything?
the specially designed Joy-Con controllers will launch on the game's release date at your local retailers.
I am absolutely getting those, and they will probably drift like hell, but I will get them.
Prior to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild game, and it was still following the established conventions of the Legend of Zelda. However, it gave a glimpse into many features and innovations that would eventually be adopted in the Legend
Please
of
understand,
Zelda Breath
this
of the
game
Wild.
does not play like
Using the
Breath of the
sailcloth to
Wild.
descend in midair, a stamina gauge that
I wonder if they're
depleted
going
as
to
you
announce
scaled
that they're doing
walls with
ports
lines
then
you
of the
ran.
2 HDs
the
on
concept
Wii
of
U,
collecting items to
or if they're just going to
upgrade
leave
gear.
it like that.
I hope those of you who've played The Legend of Zelda Breath of the
Close to the
Wild
end,
will
are
give
we?
this game a try as well.
There might be one more thing, or this is the one more thing. I'm not sure.
Please look forward to The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword HD.
Well, what did you think? The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword has been optimized for Nintendo Switch.
This was I think this game got a lot of hate because of its motion controls, when it's actually a really good Zelda game when the controls work correctly. And I hope that this remake will finally get people to love Skyward Sword like those of us who had it work correctly do. Alright, last announcement. This will be the big one. Splatoon? But why is there's no way this is Splatoon 3, right? I hope this isn't Splatoon 3 because frankly I'm tired of the gameplay style. Give me a single-player Splatoon game. Oh, hello. This feels like a single-player Splatoon. Yeah, that's... feels very single-player. And then they drive the Inkopolis and it's just normal, ordinary Splatoon 3 and everyone goes home disappointed. I mean, Splatoon fans won't be disappointed, but I would be. I want something more than just the multiplayer aspects. I really do. There's so much going on. They could do so much more than just, you know, 4v4 battles. I feel like this is done well enough that, like, they've got to see justification in expanding the franchise. We're all going home disappointed, aren't we? It's a neat place. It's definitely not the old plaza, that's for sure. Yeah, we're all going home disappointed, everybody. Good night. I'm gonna actually turn on my camera here so you can see exactly how disappointed I am. This is me right now. This is me.
What you've just seen is the latest installment in the Splatoon series, Splatoon 3. This game is scheduled to launch in 2022, so it'll be a while. We hope you'll stay tuned for more information at a later time. Today, we showed you a sampling of games coming to Nintendo Switch.
So remember I said after the break here that if they don't give me something that, you know, whets the appetite of the idea of a Xenoblade Chronicles 2 sequel, this is a failure. Not only is it a failure in that regard, but that final announcement landed with one of the biggest thuds I think any Nintendo announcement has ever landed with for me. I was like, oh boy, they're doing like a single-player Splatoon game. Let's turn Jolly Roger Bay back on. They're giving us a big single-player Splatoon adventure, no multiplayer garbage, a real exploration of this world. And then they just get on the train, and they go to Inkopolis, and they show us the same 4v4 gameplay that's been in the last two games. And as I said when I had the cam on there, like, I was just staring at it like, this is your big finale, huh? The same game we've gotten 2 times now, just with a desert coat of paint. That's the best you could do, huh? I am resoundingly disappointed. I award this direct... Well, okay, I can't do the meme if I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul. I'll admit, it did have some good parts in it. There was definitely some good stuff to it. Not much, but there was some. Let's... all the way back to the start. Like... the Rex and Pyra bait just frustrates me to no end. Fall Guys. Fall Guys coming to Switch might be the biggest excitement point of this direct for me. I'm not gonna lie, and that's a problem. I love Fall Guys. I love it. But, come on, that can't be the best announcement you've got. It was a bunch of... then came, you know, the indie... well, this wasn't the indie port reel. This was 2 remakes. Samurai Warriors 5 seemed cool. Mana game... it's Mana. I don't know what to make of it. Monster Hunter. I guess Monster Hunter was probably cool, but we'd already seen it is the problem. Mario Golf? Okay, Mario Golf might actually be the highlight for me. Which still, if that's your highlight, there's a problem. Especially for a 50-minute direct that actually did beat my expectations and didn't have half the direct be just, you know, a retrospective on Zelda. So that's cool at least. Then we got to the port reel. And then yeah, from here on out it was basically just generalized sadness the entire way through. Some cool stuff, but still a lot of sadness. Skyward Sword, okay, yeah, Skyward Sword HD is probably the actual... Those are probably the three highlights. Fall Guys, Mario Golf, and Skyward Sword HD. But now, you know what? Let's see if we can get to the correct spot for this. As soon as I saw that, this direct became terrible. And you know what? The more I think about it, the more I do think this score is very low. This score is very close to the I award you no points and may God have mercy on your soul point. Hopefully we come around for E3 and they can make up for this, but this was a lot of like... This is why I think the Switch is slowly starting to fall back into the Wii U territory. It had a banger launch that first year, and it's just been kind of drifting down slowly and slowly, and I think last year we really crossed back into that Wii U territory of there's no third-party support really, there's no good first-party games really, and Nintendo just seems like they've gone back into dormancy. And I really hope they show us something at E3, or later in the year if E3 is canceled again, to make us, like, Breath of the Wild 2 may very well be the Switch's saving throw at this point, because Metroid Prime 4 is vaporware, Bayonetta 3 is vaporware, I'm saying it, Nintendo has a problem with limited run games, like the Mario Collection. They have a problem with not supporting their games after release, like Animal Crossing, which I am incredibly frustrated, has trimmed a lot of features from old games. They've still got a lot of work to do, and Splatoon 3 is not going to be the thing that saves the system. I'm just going to be honest with you. Anyway, on that dour note, I'm going to head on out of here because people are probably about to start trying to sleep in another, like, 7 minutes here. I am Slowpoke is a Gamer. I stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/Slowpoke is a Gamer. Normally I stream these on there, but because of the weird timing and length of this one, we had to do it in a weird truncated YouTube format. I have a Twitter, Slowpoke IA Gamer. There is no S because Twitter doesn't let me have the one extra character. It's a real shame. By the way, right now on Twitch, I am doing on Fridays Persona 5 Royal, and on Mondays, I'm playing through the Pokemon Shield DLC. Once we're done with Shield DLC, by the way, we'll be getting into some Yakuza Like a Dragon, if you're curious what's going on the Twitch stream. Anyway, that's all I got. I'm probably the most dour... I'm going to watch the reactions of other people while I splice this together, and watch me not be the most dour person at the end of this. Because I'm sure I'm not the only person who saw that Pyra thing and thought, oh boy, new Xenoblade game, and then was just sad the rest of the Direct because nothing matched the level of hype I had for a bait and switch. Anyway, bye!